Alrighty, time to wrap it up for today. It's 3:30 this Friday, May 16th, and this has been one slow-mo Friday. It's been a steady grind to the upside though, so it's been just in slow motion. So 780,000 on the ES, on the sort of micro ES. The full size is like 855, so it's a pretty light volume Friday. Not much going on at all. But in the market is just net to the upside. You can see they're extending to the upside. We looked to buy early weakness this morning. You didn't get much to buy against. One big rotation down here happened super quick, and that was it. But otherwise, the best you could have done was buy against that 59.35s. However, we are up here in the morning. We're at around about the 40, 45. So we're looking at buying against the 45s, 35s, and the 25s. So it pretty much levels held up pretty good. The 35 level was the one to look to buy against. That's kind of the support area. And that it kind of happened like early in the day, but we've been after the London close, a steady grind to the upside. And it's been slow-mo action, slow motion, and very difficult to trade. So I just took one trade on the Nasdaq late, and right now I would have been right on it, but I just could not sit in it for too long. So no trades on the ES, but looking at and no trades on the ES for me. But the way you're going to start is unless they close below the 50s here, the 59, 55s, and start trading back down into this range, we're going to start off on the long side. If they close below that 59, 55s, we're going to be range bound. So that's kind of the way I'm starting off the overnight going into Sunday, Monday. Now I had one trade on the Nasdaq. I'll show you that right now. And so I was looking at this move up here. They were stalling. They're at resistance here, right? So they're at the resistance area from this morning. And as they started breaking out of that thing and then pulled back, and then they tried to take it higher and couldn't quite make it. So at that point, I tried a short trade here. On the way down, and it looked to me like they had a pretty good shot at them to maybe retrace. And this was like right at the end period start. So I was like at noon, ready for maybe the market to start taking some profits. I sat in that trade for 3 bars and then I just scratched it. They took it a little bit higher and now they took it a bit lower. So anyone's guess. We'll see. We'll see how that's going to play out. But I was looking for a rotation back here from that resistance area back towards the into this lower range. But we'll see how it pans out. Right now, the Nasdaq is a little bit behind the ES in terms of grinding this higher, but they've been trying. They're not really extended past Friday's high, or sorry, yesterday's high yet, but they're definitely trying. So I would start off range bound on the Nasdaq. If they close below that 480s, I would go back range bound. But if they close above it, start from the long side of the market. So I'm still looking for maybe a little profit taken in the last part of the day here, but we'll see if that materializes or not. Still pretty light volume. A million contract on the micro Nasdaq is pretty light. Bond market took it one leg lower, but holding that 113.10 level. So starting off range bound on the bonds. Looking for potential rotation back up to the 114 level because that's in the longer term. That's where you have your 1416 is where you have your mode right now. So between 14 and 1416 is your attractor. And at this point, we are pretty much a little bit below it. So looking for a retracement trade back up there. We'll see how it materializes throughout tomorrow. Throughout the Sunday into Monday. Finally, oil and gold. Oil and gold, looking at the pretty much a range bound market there. So gold trying to trade higher, but kind of been pretty range bound. Unless they can take out that 3205s, we're going to be staying range bound on gold. If anything, maybe it buys to the downside. But the fact that they're trading up here slowly into the close, I'm thinking maybe start from the long side, see if they can retest these highs, the 95s, maybe the 3205s in the overnight. If they take out the O5s, look for rotation up to the 3230s. If they hold, look for a reverse retest down to the back down again. So I'm still looking for that short setup. You need a bit of early strength for it to get there. And then oil, just staying in right around the 62 level. They traded back up from the lows. They're pretty much holding in that at that attractor area. So, and we are on the July contract. So in that time period when they're rolling over volume. So that's where we are. So I had no trades on the ES or sorry on the oil or gold today. The only thing I took was late in the day type of trade on the Nasdaq, and it's waited 2 bars for the retracement back down. Right now, it's actually starting to happen, backing off a little bit. So the trade would have been almost working, at least working to break even. If you look at what's happening right now, So this is stuff I was waiting for to start happening, maybe a little rotation down like this. We'll see if it turns into a little bit bigger trade, but right now I would probably be at break even and maybe being shaken out. Maybe it depends on how high that bar went. So we'll see. But anyway, I sat in that for a little bit, got out of it. The patience level was not there, and when it's just sitting here not moving like that, then yeah, the default is grinding to the upside. The only thing I can think of is late in the day little profit taking, but we'll see if that materializes or not. All right, we'll leave it there, guys. And I will see you back bright and early on a Monday. You guys have a great weekend. All right, guys, later.